कक्षा नवमी विषयः संस्कृतम्. Today's matter of discussion is pratyayah. A few suffixes are there. These are the suffixes twa, lyop and tumun. त्वा प्रत्यय makes the root, the dhatu, mean as after doing. After doing the particular meaning of that particular root, particular dhatu. And lyab pratyay also means the same. It also makes the root to mean after doing. But if these two suffixes mean the same, then why there are two suffixes? There is a reason. Twa pratyaya is simply added to the original form of root, but lyap pratyaya is added to the root which has been priorly added with a prefix, any upasarga. So now it is clear that we can add twa pratyaya to the root without prefix and a lyap pratyaya to the root which has been added with any prefix. But both the pratyayas make the root mean as same as after doing. After doing the particular meaning of that root, that dhatu, if the dhatu is pot, it means to read. Then if we add any of these two suffixes twa and lyop, then the meaning will be after reading. Now tumun pratyaya. Tumun pratyaya makes the root to mean to do or for doing. That means to do or for doing that particular meaning of the dhatu which this suffix gets added. So now let us see that when we use these pratyayas to the dhatus, then twa remains as twa, lyap remains as ya, and tumun remains as tum. They are here. Examples are there. Gam, ktwa, gatwa. It will mean after going. But with gam dhatu, there is a prefix priorly, that is a. A upasarga gam dhatu. Now the dhatu has changed its meaning. Now it will not mean to go. Now it is supposed to mean to come because of this prefix a. उपसर्गेण धात्वर्थः बलात् अन्यत्र नीयते. Because of this prefix a, The meaning of gom dhatu, which normally means to go, now is supposed to mean to come. So now if we want to express our thinking that after coming, then we have to take a upasarga before gam dhatu, then it will agam, then we have to use lyap pratyaya instead of twa, then the word will be agatya instead of gatva or agatva, because lyap pratyaya remains as ya. Then agam lyap agatya will mean after coming. Now tumun pratyaya always makes the root to mean to do or for doing. Now gam dhatu normally means to go. Tumun pratyaya makes the root to do. That means gam dhatu tumun pratyaya together will mean to go or for going. The word with tumun pratyaya is gantum, and the word gantum is supposed to mean to go or for going. So these are the examples. Now एतैः प्रत्ययैः निर्मिताः शब्दाः, the words, these are the words. Here is the rule. एतैः प्रत्ययैः निर्मिताः शब्दाः अव्ययवत् प्रयुज्यन्ते, अर्थात लिंग विभक्ति वचनानुसारम according to gender, class and number एतेषां परिवर्तनं न भवति. There is no declension of these words. Words what have been formed with these suffixes twa and lyap. That means these words gatva and agatya, they are not supposed to be declined differently according to linga vibhakti and vachan, gender, class and number. There is no change in the form of the word made with twa pratyaya or lyap pratyaya. So they are used as indeclinables. Avyayavat prayujyante. Avyaya, indeclinable. They cannot be declined. Now examples. अहं पठित्वा अवगच्छामि. अहं पठित्वा अवगच्छामि. बालकाः पठित्वा अवगच्छन्ति. छात्रौ पठित्वा अवगच्छतः. अहम् उत्तमपुरुष एकवचन. बालिकाः स्त्रीलिंग बहुवचन. छात्रौ प्रथम पुरुष द्विवचन. And despite these different cases, भिन्नाधिकरणानि, different cases, different genders, classes, and numbers. Pathitva remains same. Pathitva doesn't get any change. It is never declined. So, in all the genders, classes, cases, and numbers, the word formed with twa, lyop, and tumun remains as same as an indeclinable. So, there are a few examples. These are the roots, and these are the words formed with twa pratyaya. These are the words formed with lyop pratyaya, and these words have been formed with tumun pratyaya. You have to take a keen study on these examples